The newly released RSI Salvation as a starter salvage ship sets its sights on democratizing salvage gameplay in the way that the Golem did for mining. With a much lower price of entry than the Vulture or Fortune, the Salvation packs everything you need for some basic salvage into a tiny package, to be flown or carted around the verse. So, how does it perform in-game? I'm Forrester, and this video will review the currently flyable RSI Salvation, which is described on the Star Citizen website as a starter salvage ship. If you've seen other ship reviews on this channel, then this video format may be familiar. It's split into 5 sections, starting with a ship tour, assessing combat performance, reviewing handling and visibility, looking at the operating cost and profitability, before finally summarizing. As always, I've included timestamps in the video description in case you want to skip ahead, and if you're one of the many people watching who isn't yet subscribed to the channel, you might consider it, not least so you can keep up to date when new ship reviews like this drop. And this review of the RSI Salvation is based on performance in Star Citizen Alpha 4.4. And we'll start the tour for the Salvation by approaching from the front starboard side. Here, underneath the front wing, is a weapons rack. There's a button which deploys, which shows a fuse relay station, and another button which accesses the onboard ship inventory. At the rearmost, there's a button which deploys a little step, which can sort of be used to get access to the top side of the ship. I did consider re-recording this segment, but I thought it was helpful to show just how difficult using this step can sometimes be. And with enough persistence, there we go. Up top here, there are some more components hidden away under buttons. Moving towards the front of the ship, there's another component access panel. And on the port side, there's another one with a mirrored type layout. We'll close that, having made the trip up to the top. At the rear of the ship is the cargo grid. Here I've shown it with some SCU crates on it, and you can press a button which deploys it in a ramp style. On the port side, there's another little step to deploy down, as well as a button which opens a fuel port, not currently operational in game, and some component access. Once again, underneath the front side is a weapons rack. And then entry to the ship is via the hatch right at the front. The armament aboard consists of 2 size 1 weapons defaulting to Bulldog laser repeaters. And that's it. Nothing big, no missiles. It's a salvage ship after all. Defensively, the Salvation carries 2 size 1 shield generators, providing very limited protection too. So basically, the Salvation isn't really a combat ship, unsurprisingly. Against the tiniest of NPC targets, it can do okay, potentially creating its own salvage in the process. And thankfully, it's fast enough to escape from many a threat. But in the main, the Salvation probably isn't the best choice for combat scenarios. Generally speaking, visibility is good, with sightlines to the front, sides, below and above. There are some cockpit struts, this is an RSI ship after all, and up top the word Salvation is written on the window, in case you forgot what you were flying. But in general, you can see what you need to, which is helped by some large lights up front too. Notably, the windows below are great to help with landing. With an SCM limit of 205 meters per second, rising under boost to 290, the Salvation flies comfortably well. There's a little drift in heavy turns, but given the small size of the ship, there isn't too much hull to worry about clearing obstacles for. The nav speed at 1150 meters per second also feels quick, especially compared to the Vulture or Fortune. At those speeds, the Salvation is prone to red out or blackout situations, as the ship can pull more Gs than the pilot is capable of handling, but it makes it quick at getting to a salvage target and back again. Likewise for the Quantum Drive, it's sufficiently fast and with sufficient range to travel the verse and grab salvage targets. And of course, in many cases the Salvation may end up being a snub salvager on a mothership, which would further extend the range. The Salvation is very cheap to run, across refuel and repair usually in the hundreds or low thousands of Alpha UEC. The primary money-making loop is salvage, which the Salvation can do fairly well. It carries 6 SCU on the cargo grid at the back, plus 6 SCU in the hopper, plus potentially 1 SCU blocking the hopper, theoretically bringing back 13 SCU from a haul. That couples especially well with a mothership that has cargo storage. In theory, the cargo bay at the back could alternatively be used for looting. It's a 3 long, 2 wide, 1 high grid. The small size makes hauling a little bit more hit and miss. And low-end combat contracts are theoretically possible, although considerably less profitable than salvage. In terms of upgrades, I wouldn't bother changing anything, other than maybe the salvage heads for abrades if that's still possible. The Q&A for the ship explains that the salvage heads can't be swapped, but it is possible at time of recording to do so. The little RSI Salvation is a cool little ship. It fits in very small spaces, including a range of unlikely carrier ships and even on some freight elevators for quick unloading. It manages salvage okay, it's not at the same level as the Vulture or Fortune, but as a value proposition that might be alright. The cinch does take a long time to salvage, but breaking smaller hulls works well enough. The ship looks like a little scarab, with every tiny piece of space well used for components. The deploy animation for the salvage heads looks awesome too. In future, that access to components may help with maintenance for engineering type gameplay, albeit it's anything but easy access and often involves walking on parts of the ship that say no step. Oops. The hopper size can be a limiting factor, especially when mixing RMC and construction materials, but as a snub salvager, that's not too bad, as a mothership would usually extend the carry capacity anyway. All in all, the Salvation is an impressive little salvage ship. At a pledge price of $55 to $60, it's considerably cheaper than the Fortune and Vulture too. As somebody who loves salvage gameplay, that's a compelling option. There's no in-game price at time of recording, as the Salvation is a newly released ship. The Salvation is much better value than the Fortune or Vulture, and so for somebody looking to get into salvage without a big spend, the Salvation is a great choice. There is, however, more of a performance gulf than with the Golem and the mining ships. I would still say that the Vulture and Fortune offer a fair upgrade, owing to the habitation spaces, extra hopper space, extra cargo storage, and the ability to swap heads, assuming that gets patched out for the Salvation. So more of a performance gulf and more of an upgrade path, which is a good thing. So the Salvation delivers exactly what you might expect for a starter salvager, for a snub salvager, and could be a great choice for those looking to get into salvage. And it sort of straddles some of the more generalist functionality of a starter ship with limited combat and cargo hauling. But what do you think of the RSI Salvation? I look forward to reading your thoughts in the video comments. If you enjoyed this video, you might press the like button to help me understand what videos to make more of in future, and if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, you might like to do that too, so that YouTube knows to show you more videos like this in future. But otherwise, and as always, thank you for watching.